Welcome to the Inspiring Tech Leaders podcast with me, Dave Roberts. Today we're diving into the UK government's controversial proposals that could change the landscape for artists, musicians, writers and other creatives. The plan is to allow AI companies to train models using copyrighted material by default unless creators actively opt out. But how feasible is that? And what does that mean for the future of creativity? Let's lay out what is happening. Right now, the UK government is consulting on a plan that would allow AI developers to use copyrighted material freely unless the rights holder opts out. This means AI companies can scrape songs, books, paintings, and news articles to train their models unless creators take specific action to prevent it. The government argues that the current copyright system is holding back AI innovation. They claim this new approach will help AI companies and creators thrive together. But creators are not as keen on this idea. MPs from two cross-party committees, the Culture, Media and Sports Committee and the Science, Innovation and Technology Committee, have both pushed back. They say the government needs to prioritise fair pay for creators over making AI development easier. The chair of the Culture, Media and Sports Committee put it bluntly. She compared this proposal to allowing burglars into your home unless you put a sign up saying no stealing. That's a striking analogy, but legally speaking, how big of a change is this? Well, it's massive. Traditionally, if someone wants to use copyright material, they need to obtain permission or a license. What the government is proposing flips that on its head. Instead of getting permission first, AI companies can use the work automatically unless the creator actively opts out. The problem is that is nearly impossible for most creators. How do you send opt-out notices to thousands of AI developers worldwide? How do you track if they've respected your choice? This could lead to widespread unauthorized use of creative works without fair compensation. Creative artists are already struggling to make a living. Even though musicians in the UK contributed £7.6 billion to the economy last year, the individual earnings are often very low. The proposed change means AI could be trained on music, images and writing without permission or payment. And here's the thing, AI-generated music and art is already taking over. We've seen AI-generated songs that mimic artists' voice and art styles. If AI can create work that sounds or looks just like musicians, why would people pay for the real thing? And this leads us to the growing backlash from artists. More than 1,000 musicians, including Kate Bush, Damon Albarn and Annie Lennox, just released a silent album to protest these AI proposals. The album, Is This What We Want?, contains nothing but recordings of empty studios and performance spaces. The message is clear. If AI companies can freely use musicians' work, then these artists could disappear. Profits from the album go to Help Musicians, a charity supporting artists struggling financially. The creative industries are fighting back though, with names like Sir Paul McCartney, Dua Lipa and Hans Zimmer speaking out against these changes. Meanwhile, artists are also protesting AI-generated art in auctions, with thousands signing letters against AI companies profiting from their work. So what can be done to protect creators? There are a few potential solutions on the table. First, MPs are calling for greater transparency. AI developers often claim that their training data is a trade secret, but the EU and California are already requiring more disclosure about what has been used. The UK could follow suit. Second, they're proposing tougher enforcement. If AI companies don't respect copyrights or opt-outs, there should be real consequences, such as fines, lawsuits, or licensing fees. Third, there's the idea of revenue sharing. Just like Spotify changed the music industry after the Napster era, some are suggesting AI companies should pay creators whenever their work is used in training datasets. This would be a fair compromise. Instead of letting AI companies take content for free, they would compensate creators just like the streaming services do. Otherwise, AI might destroy creative industries instead of actually helping them. So where do we go from here? Well, the UK government's consultation is closing soon, which means now is the time for creators and the public to make their voices heard. If you're a creator, whether that is an artist, a musician or a writer, you can submit your views to the consultation. You can also support campaigns like Is This What We Want?, the silent album. For those who care about the future of art and culture, share this story, spread the awareness. AI is an incredible tool, but should it come at the cost of human creativity? I'll leave this with you. When AI-generated content floods the market, will people still seek out real artists? Or will the value of creativity be lost? That is the question we all need to think about. If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Inspiring Tech Leaders, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Thanks again for listening, and until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in tech.